Standing in the street, can you hear me? Wake up from your sleep, come stand with me.
Presenting spanking as a disciplinary method by parents and its effects on the children's behavior. Spanking is a form of corporal punishment where the parent causes pain to the child using a hand against the buttocks muscles. This is in fact an action of trying to discipline the child. More severe cases and forms of spanking are caning, belting, switching, and even using other objects that can cause injury and traumatize the child. Spanking is one of the most common methods that parents use in order to discipline their children when they misbehave. In fact, this disciplinary method is a violent and aggressive method that also can come with consequences and affect the child's behavior in the future. Some of those effects can be emotional, that can cause any anxiety or any depression and mood swings during the adolescence. Actually, children that are being spanked during their childhood, even during their teenage, tend to be more aggressive or develop some self-esteem issues. Spanking in some societies is considered being kind of child abuse. Depends the magnitude and the severity of how spanking can be and the magnitude it has over the children. It is important to mention that spanking as an aggressive way and violent way to discipline the child may be not the right way to correct the child's misconduct. Appropriate method will be good communication between parents and child to show and demonstrate the right way to proceed and to behave. Psychologists, psychiatrists, and neuroscientists are working together in combination with the healthcare practitioners and professionals in order to solve problems that can be prevented by only educating the parents. Children, on the other hand, that are being object of this spanking method may be also needing some help and support from professionals. When parents start using this method to discipline their children, they think they will solve the misbehavior of the child. The child is like a sponge. They learn from parents' behavior and the environment and other individuals. Sometimes they copy and mimic others' behaviors, thinking they are acting correctly. Violence and aggressiveness has never been effective disciplining a person. On the other hand, communication and therapeutic examples can be more useful and beneficial, actually essential to contribute to the development and growth of a child. In fact, spanking has been proven that it is an ineffective method to modify the child's behavior. By centuries, parents are being taught to spank their children, and this method has been accepted by societies, nations, and even some governments. But this does not mean it is correct. Not because the majority of the population accept it as a normal practice, it does not mean it is correct. In the United States, the most of the population accepts this discipline action as acceptable, and that parents has the right to correct the child in the way they may consider appropriate. But it does not mean that that's the most appropriate way to correct the child. Social skills developed during the childhood will improve with the time, especially during the adolescence and the young adultness. but some of them will be highly marked by these childhood traumatizing events that parents, the most of the time, they don't realize the future complications that these children will develop. Childhood must be a wonderful, happy, and friendly environment for our children and for the next generation of children in this world.